Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the readings for today, which are based on the new moon. Welcome to the new moon energy update for the month, and also a bit of an extra because I've actually discovered something that is just unprecedented that is going to be happening over the next couple of months that's connected to the lunar energy. And so I'm just going to talk to you about that first, because I mean, when I say unprecedented, it really is. I've never come across anything like this before, and I have been following the energy of the moon for quite a long time now, as many of you will know. So first of all, welcome. Welcome if you're returning, welcome if you are new. Before I move on and talk about this, if you are just here for the readings, if you are here because you follow my readings and you just want to tune into those readings, in the timestamps below you can click on the timestamp that will take you straight to the cards. You may already know which reading or readings you're interested in from the thumbnail, but it will take you straight to the drawing of the cards and the runes and the charms and the tokens as well, and you can tune in with those and then go straight to the reading of your choice. So you don't have to watch this bit at the beginning, but I know some of you really value and appreciate, thank you for the feedback, the sort of energy update of the incoming lunar influence for the month. But let me talk to you about this unprecedented happening, and it really is extraordinary. I've never come across anything like this before. Now, I check in when I'm writing my Astro Moon Diary, the Manifest with the Moon Astro Moon Diary. I check in with literally what's happening with the moon on a daily basis through the whole year, and I write about the energy. I don't use astrological jargon deliberately. I want that diary to be accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to use it. So I really talk in terms of energy. And you get, the moon times, wherever you are in the world, you get the moon times there for you. But every month here on my YouTube channel, I also tune in with and look in detail at what we call the void of course moon periods. And I let you know about them along with the flow of energy for the coming month. And a void of course moon is when the moon is moving from one zodiac sign to another. Now, the way that this is measured is a little bit bigger than just looking at moving out of one sign and moving into the next one, and there's this sort of space in between. The way that we measure it is from the point where in one sign the moon is connected or aspecting to other planets, and when that ceases and she then sort of she's in her own downtime, as it were, she then moves on and enters the next sign, and this is what we call the void of course moon period. So there's this, I think the best way to describe this is to say, if you think of the moon, she's our satellite. What does a satellite do? A satellite receives information and then beams it back down to us, in our location, wherever we are. So we receive the information we need to receive. She's gathering information, and that's what satellites do. And this is kind of what she does. When we look at working with the moon, I'm now fully committed because of this unprecedented happening. I'm actually fully committed. I'm going to create a series of training videos on top of all the other things I do. I'm going to squeeze some extra time in and make some time to do some training videos about the moon. And for those of you that are on my tarot training course, if you're on my tarot course, I will be also integrating these videos into your course material. So you can integrate your tarot readings with all of this information about the moon. We'll have a whole module on working with the moon. But I'm going to do some training videos because if you think about the moon, we look at the moon's influence in more than one way. When we look at working with the incoming energy of the moon, we're looking at the sign that she's moving through, because her energy is channeled through the kind of personality traits of that sign. We also look at the moon phase. Is she a new moon? Is she a waxing crescent moon? Is she a quarter moon? Is she a full moon? Because the energy kind of shifts and changes. And that then influences that sort of magnetic pull, that stream of energy that's coming in. So those are the things we're looking at. We're looking at the zodiac sign. We're looking at the moon phase. We also are looking at any planets that the moon aspects with as she navigates around the Earth. Now, her orbit around the Earth, her satellite orbit, is around 29.5 days approximately. So she doesn't tune in with our calendar month. She's on her own natural rhythm and natural cycle. When she engages with the other planetary influences, so we know in astrology we look at the incoming energy of the other dynamics from the planets. When the moon passes and connects to those planetary alignments, her energy can sometimes soften the impact of that. Sometimes her energy will enhance it, it'll make it bigger. Depends what moon phase she is in. But there is a connection between also the planetary alignments and where the moon sits too. The void of course moon, as I've just said, is when she sort of finishes. It's almost as though, let's say she's navigating through a particular sign, and her job as a satellite is to gather all that information and sort of send it down to us to enhance it, either to soften it or to make it bigger. But one way or the other, she is forwarding on. It's like forwarding a message. She's forwarding on that information of that planetary alignment down to us here. So she's receiving information, she forwards it to us. Now, she's doing that through the personality of a sign. When she reaches a point in a sign where she's no longer aspecting to anything, it's kind of like her work is done. Her job in that sign for this month is done. So now she's on her own sort of free time. So she's now moving and her energy and moving as she does consistently towards the next sign. And it's not like you close one door of a room and walk into another room. The signs and the heavens are not like this. It's not like you exit one room, walk into the next one, close the door behind you. It's not clear cut. There is a space in between. When the moon is not aspecting anything, that space between is sort of extended. That's when the moon's energy is really, really pure. And when that energy is pure, it can feel amazing, it can feel liberating, it can feel, it's like you enter the dream time. But it can also leave us feeling a bit wobbly, like we're out at sea, as though we lack focus, it's hard to get going. Now, fascinatingly, I intended to record this video yesterday, and I came into work and I sat down, opened my computer and started to look at all the void of course periods for the coming moon month and through July, and I was blown away because a void of course moon, sometimes it's minutes, sometimes it's a couple of hours. For me, if I see that it's going to be 6 hours or longer, I consider it significant enough to let you know about it, because 6 hours is quite a long time to feel out at sea or a bit wobbly, or indeed to use that space creatively. When I logged in yesterday, usually there's 2 or 3, maybe 4 at the most, kind of long void of course moons that are over 6 hours, maybe 6, 7, sometimes 8. Occasionally you get one that's bigger. But most of the time, those are the kind of void of course moons that I'm going to be letting you know about. And there'll be a few. I think last month there was just a couple. But right now, literally at the time of making this video, we are in a 43-hour void of course moon period. I mean, this is, I have never, in all the time I've been following the moon, come across a void of course period that is this long. And yesterday I came in expecting to log in onto the site that I use, which is very, very reliable. It has all the astrological data that I need there. And I write down all the void of course periods so that I can put them into the document that I email out. And it was like void of course period after void of course period after void of course period. And these are not small. So July is like loaded with not just small void of course periods from, even 6 hours. We're talking about, 11, 17, 30 something hours. This is, and several at 30 something hours. So it's mind blowing. I ended up not doing the recording because I was so like, wow, this is, not only is it unprecedented to get really long void of course, periods, but to have a month that's full of them, because this means we've got a month coming where there are loads of ongoing pockets of energy that are going to be potentially amazing in terms of leaning into the dream time with a purity and sort of practicing the art of allowing and really just settling into that energy in order to expand our consciousness and apply that to any area of our lives that we wish. But alternatively, if there's a lot happening in your world, and let's face it, there is one hell of a lot going on in the world at the moment, this is also going to feel, or could feel, unbelievably confusing. Very much as if we don't know what's going on. We could be feeling completely out at sea, as if you're being pulled in different directions. This is huge. I mean, I cannot tell you how huge this is. And yesterday when I started doing this, not only did I spend all morning, because I then went on to several different sites, because I thought I've got to check this and I've got to double check it. And then I've got to treble check it, because I've never seen this before. I thought, surely this can't be right. But, this is a really reliable site that I use, but I thought I'm going to check on other sites. So I logged into 3 different astrological sites to check on the data, and this is absolutely correct. I then followed through and looked at August, because I thought, wow, is this going to continue? And in August, it eases a little bit. Instead of 30-something hours, we're getting into the 20-something hours, and some smaller ones, but nevertheless a significant number. This continues into August as well. And I think this is really important that we are aware of this. That for those of us that are listening to our personal energy, change starts from within. And the moon is, for me, or that's certainly been my experience, and I've spoken to so many people who are conscious of this and aware of it in their own lives. The moon has a personal influence on us. We are 75% water, or thereabouts. And the moon's energy is strong enough to pull our oceans. This ebb and flow of energy. The moon's energy can feel, I always think like if you're sitting on a beach and the water is gently lapping over your feet and it's delightful, and then suddenly the weather can turn. And, a wave comes in like a tsunami, and you feel as though your whole world is floating around you. This is so powerful. Water is possibly the most powerful of elements. If you think about it, water can contain air, water can erode rock, water can put out fire. Water is a hugely powerful element, and this is the kind of energy that we are talking about. So I wanted to let you know about these unprecedented void of course moons, because not only are they huge, I've never seen anything like it, ever, but they are also going on for a couple of months. I've looked at September too. I've followed through because I thought I've got to know where this is going. I've looked at September. September, we start to settle down and get back to what I would call our usual kind of rhythm of void of course moons, where maybe there's 2, 3, 4 a month that are worthy of noting. But for July and August, this is huge. This could be entering the dream time, a space of expansive, conscious awareness. But it could also feel confusing, like you don't know where you're going, a bit out at sea. And right now, whilst making this video, we are sitting in the first of these huge void of course moons. It's 43 hours. I mean, this is mind-blowing. A 43-hour void of course moon, literally the whole of today. At the time of recording this, I'm going to record this. I'm going to do my new moon readings in just a moment. And I'm uploading them straight away. You're going to get them as soon as I upload them. And this is absolutely huge. Very, very interesting. I got up this morning and I felt quite spacey. A little bit. Now I'm a morning person. I'm up literally at the crack of dawn. That's me. I often get up really, really early and I start work really, really early. Today I was like, I can't describe myself as sluggish, but just the energy was different. So I kind of fortunately have been able to accommodate that within myself, and I came into work a little bit later. I kind of drifted a little bit at home and allowed myself to be in my own dream time actually, and just sort of let things percolate and download, and for the focus to sort of come to me rather than for me to try to find the focus, although I knew what I wanted to do today. And then from that space, I kind of came into work, I drove in, and when I got here, I thought, right, I'm going to go to our beautiful cafe that we have here that does outstanding coffee. And I thought, I'm just going to go and get myself a proper good coffee to start the day. I went in, every single person was like, oh, it's really spacey today. I sort of said, hi, how are you, to the girl who served me. And she was like, oh, I just don't seem to be able to be focused today. I'm just not, I'm not in that zone. And I said, well, I think it might be the moon. And ended up having a conversation. People in the queue were kind of validating and saying, well, that's how I feel too. So just such an interesting immediate feedback of listening to the influence of the moon and really hearing how people are experiencing this, whether they have an awareness of the moon or not. Now, I'm not a believer in using any aspect of astrology to dictate whether I do or I don't do something. I want to live in a spontaneous and present and immediate way in my world. But I do believe it is unbelievably valuable to understand the incoming energy so that we can utilize it to kind of enhance our own space of kind of what I would call conscious, aware living, which is what manifestation is all about. We're in a process of creation all of the time. I mean, science is proving this to us now. Science is meeting with spirituality. The quantum science that's coming in is showing us the power of our mind, the power of thought, but also the power of emotion. When we understand where the energy sits, we can kind of harness it, really. We can lean into it to the best of our ability. I cut myself a lot of slack this morning. There are some days when I might push through and think, oh, I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'm going to get up, I'm going to go for it. Because of the awareness, I really allowed myself to sort of drift into the dream time. And yeah, I still need to be here and create this video for you today. This is my priority task. I have many tasks today, but this is my priority task, is to do this and your readings for today, in anticipation of the new moon tomorrow. But I'm able to use that. And even if my day did require me to be somewhere at a specific time and fulfill a specific role, I would still be able to think about and be aware of that energy, and therefore kind of perhaps cut myself some slack or take care of myself in whatever way I needed to. I would also not be reactive to things because I understand the incoming energy. So I'm kind of waffling away here, so I'm going to sort of move on, I think, and actually run you through the entire moon month, the incoming energy. I think what I'm going to do with the void of course dates, because these are so huge, rather than sort of list them all and go through them all, firstly, any of you that are on my mailing list, I will be mailing out the void of course dates for you. So if you're on my mailing list, I'll be sending those out. And what I'm going to do is also set up a new mailing list, very specifically for people who are interested in moon times. So I'll put it at the top of the description box and at the top of the comment that I post as well. So you can join the email list specifically for moon information if you wish to. That's probably the best bet. Make sure you're on that, and I will send you out a PDF with the void of course moon times. But I will list them today below because they are so huge. I mean, they are just mind-blowing. I mean, this really is unprecedented. I can't express how huge this is because it's rare, very, very rare to get a really long void of course period like today, 43 hours. But to have a 2-month period where we are getting huge void of course periods throughout intermittently, and interestingly I've interspersed with really, really fast ones as well, where some of them are like minutes, which is also unprecedented. Usually they're at least maybe an hour, but this is like minutes apart, or it's really all or nothing energy. So a fast kind of change, very fast change, or this massive expanse of purity, but mind-blowing openness. It's like water with no boundaries, if you think of that void of course period. Water with no boundaries is amazing if you can free fall into it and go with the flow and sort of lean into it, practice the art of allowing in the way that you live. But it could feel pretty huge as well. I think one way or the other, it is pretty huge. So beautiful souls, I hope this is really, really helpful. This is way, way longer than any introduction I normally do, but I have honestly never come across anything like this ever before, truly. So I hope this is really, really useful to you. So be on my email list if you want to get those in your inbox, and otherwise I will post them in the description for you as well, those dates. So what I'm going to do now is move to the sort of flow of energy through the entire month, starting with the new moon tomorrow. This is a moon month and not a calendar month, because we're looking at the moon cycles here. And next month, when we start with the new moon, I will do another energy update for the moon month. So I'm going to shift the camera over and bring up a PDF. I should be able to do that. Here we go. Yeah, so here's all these huge void of course moon periods. Look at that, the one today, 43 hours, starting with this one today. But you can see what I mean. They are just massive. But I'll list these below for you anyway. So also what I will be sending you, if you are on the mailing list, I'll also send you these key dates too. These are all the key astrological dates, including there are 2 PowerPoints, 2 lunar PowerPoints through this month as well, when we can really lean into our own kind of centered point of power. It's as if the moon gives us a turbocharged lift to accelerate our own manifestations. So there are 2 of these during this month as well. I've actually listed the whole dates for June and July here too, even though we are working in this video really with the moon month. I have gone right through to the end of July for you as well. So let us move first of all and look at the energy and essence of this new moon that we have tomorrow. So our new moon is in Cancer on June the 25th at 4 degrees 07. Now, the build-up to this moon has been very much about review and evaluation with a need to restructure. So what we are seeing in the world, and this can be personally and globally, are, I guess, things that aren't working as well as maybe things that are, with a view for us to restructure and reorientate, but from a higher perspective. This is all about upholding and integrating spiritual values that embody love, such as respect, courtesy, equality, fairness. So we are seeing events that cause us to look at these areas and really work out where we stand and potentially step up and look at what we wish to support in the world to create the future that we want to see, really, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. This is really the sort of spiritual higher vibration of what is happening. There's a lot going on that's very challenging. The higher vibration is for us to kind of evaluate and work out where we sit with that and what we actually want to do personally. Now, the moon in Cancer, which is very nurturing energy, actually heralds a turning point, which is super fab. And the purpose of this is so we can actually begin to then take actions based on our current position of review. And there is an energy that suggests the potential for windows of opportunity to come to light, to show us exactly what is needed in really pragmatic and practical terms to make this possible. So this could be a bit jolty, stuff arriving that causes you to have to respond, or indeed it could be stuff that is really, you're thinking, well, that's working, I want to invest in that further. Now, if you've been contemplating changes, and you're ready to initiate your actions, the dynamics of this new moon are really perfect to focus on wishes and intentions that can support the changes you wish to see. And this is especially in areas of your world that are to do with your work, your calling, and also your health and your wellness. This is a real sort of astrological focus on those areas. But you can apply this to any area of your world. Now I'm going to just move on and show you the timings across the globe. Now I can't show you every city in the world, but hopefully this is a reasonable selection for you to see approximately what the timing is wherever you are in your location. The value of me showing you the actual timings is because if you are going to set wishes and intentions, whether you choose to verbally voice them out loud or you want to write them down, or even if you just want to keep them in mind, almost like enter a state of meditation and really hold these values, wishes, desires in mind, the exact timing of the new moon and the 8 hours afterwards is the time of greatest potency. So this is the time when your wishes and intentions can sort of really be energetically empowered, because the new moon, the exact point of the new moon is a point of fertility. The moon sits with the sun. It's their exact meeting place. It's like a sacred marriage of both the masculine and the feminine. And that's why it's so relevant to wishes and intentions, to sowing seeds of the new. It's a point, that point of divine fertility. So let's now move on to the next moon phase and have a look at what is then happening energetically for you. Now the waxing crescent moon phase is when the moon is moving from her new moon position to the first quarter. So it's a sort of a period where the moon is starting to show herself. We see that little slither of the moon in the sky getting bigger and bigger and bigger till she reaches that what looks like a half moon. So that's the quarter moon. Now this is running from June the 26th through to July the 1st, and the moon will pass through Cancer into Leo and Virgo and then into Libra. Now in this moon time, initially the energy suddenly shifts and it's like a breath of fresh air. So this is really helpful because things have been very, very intense. Evaluation and review are still really dominating the scene. This is really in the astrodynamics. But the true potential of previous upheavals and all of this evaluation can now be seen through the lens of possibility and opportunity. This is what the energy is inviting. So any undercurrents or even things that you have been revisiting or issues of the past that have resurfaced are now arriving in an atmosphere of possibility. So even if this isn't always easy, there is now potential to do something very useful with these situations, which is a really lovely sort of element to the energy here. Now, at the end of June, the energy kind of strengthens. It gets a bit more intense again. And this is added to by the growing moon because her energy is getting bigger. So the moon is sort of firing things up. When her energy is escalating and she connects with the astrodynamics, the planetary collaborations, she adds weight to them. So you might see that things begin to kind of speed up or to get going. Now, the purpose of this, there's always a higher purpose. The purpose is to highlight what is needed to create balance. Okay, this is when the moon is moving towards Libra. So whatever shows up, take notice. Libra likes balance. This is really good information. Whatever shows up in your world, it's here to tell you something. And the energy is supporting you to see what's needed so you can grow and progress. So however that arrives, if it's something that feels stunningly fabulous and you want to invest further, amazing. If it's something that is jarring and it's not really working for you, it's telling you something and maybe you're needing to look at an alternative. We've got this underlying energetic of review and evaluation. So maybe you're needing to look at alternatives, take a different route, maybe stop and, invest in something further, learn more before proceeding. But something, if it's not working, something needs to be seen so you can move something forwards differently. And if it is working, you'll also be shown in no uncertain terms so you can continue to invest. Let's now look at the first quarter moon. This is on July the 2nd and this moon is in Libra. Now, the energy of this first quarter moon is fabulous. It brings really, really wonderful aspects of positivity and potential. As long as the essence and the core of your intentions are based in love, harmony, balance, and the higher good for all, the dynamics today suggest that whatever you need to expand, to evolve and emerge, the universe will be on your side and will show you exactly what needs to be done and potentially bring you openings and opportunities that will help you to take action. So if you've got any uncertainty in any areas of your life and you're not really sure how to proceed, because the first quarter moon is always about evaluation, it's an evaluation point, use this day to get really still and open yourself to receive guidance and information to bring you clarity of direction. And also the circumstances to actually make it real. So you can take real, positive, practical, pragmatic actions to create movement forwards, but always from the higher purpose or from the higher vibration of integrity. This is a day where anyone that is operating from love is going to be supported. If your intentions aren't entirely honourable, I don't think the universe will not have your back. I'm not suggesting that would be any of you, but there is a lot of stuff going on in the world that is actually quite challenging. So centre yourself in love. Hold that higher purpose and that higher intent in your mind, and the energetics will support you in every possible way. This is for all of us who are walking a spiritual pathway. This is actually a gorgeous energy where we can invite balance, harmony and support into our lives and open ourselves to receive it. So let's now look at the waxing gibbous moon phase, which is from the first quarter to when the moon is full. And this is from July the 3rd to the 9th. And the moon will pass from Libra into Scorpio, through Sagittarius and then into Capricorn. Now, the energy is getting bigger from the moon. This is often a moon time when actually people really feel a greater emotional intensity. Now, during this moon phase, the lunar energy is, as I've said, gathering in momentum. The overall dynamics are really flowing. So things can really be moving forwards and expanding. However, we've got some really interesting dynamics because there are some really big planetary shifts that take place. So if any delays occur, we're moving into a Mercury retrograde shadow. We've also got this month, we have Neptune and Saturn moving into retrograde. We also have Chiron moving into retrograde. So lots of retrograde energy, Mercury bang in the middle of that. We're moving into the Mercury retrograde shadow. So if any delays occur or you find that there are misunderstandings or confusions, and remember all of these huge void of course periods when things can feel a bit out at sea, and these are really significant. This is unprecedented. So any misunderstandings or confusion, then view these circumstances as providential. The universe is trying to show you something. There will be some important insights that can be gained through some kind of deepening awareness or seeing what's beneath the surface. You know, sometimes what is not said is as important as what is being openly voiced. This is like read between the lines, look further, look deeper, and try to do this from a place of stillness and centeredness. Remember those huge void of course periods where if we get still and practice the art of allowing, you can become an observer of your own experience. And from that, this will give you heightened awareness and the ability to make very conscious choices. So I will continue sort of reading what I've put here. Heightened awareness combined with a positive attitude will win the day through this moon time and support the potential emergence of light bulb moments and out-of-the-box solutions. There's a real energy there of this possibility, but we've got to be available to receive. So, potential insights with the lunar influence actively supporting a process of heightened awareness is very much available. When in doubt, press the pause button and open yourself to align with the energy of the moon. Remember, she's a satellite. She is receiving information and sending it back down to us. And we are here to receive. And with her energy, we're also guided and supported to navigate at depth. So So this is going to be an interesting moon time, I think, a very, very interesting one. And as I said, the real key here, when in doubt, press pause. I know in my own mentorship, which has been through Native American traditions, my own mentorship, I feel I've been very gifted with this. If we are not certain about something, we press the pause button and we wait for 4 hours before responding. If we're still not certain, we wait for 4 days. It gives us time to view something from all sides, from every direction of the medicine wheel. If we're still not certain, we wait for another 4 weeks, but we just sit with the energy and we allow ourselves to process this, and we allow ourselves to be shown what we need to see before responding. I think this is a really good sort of point of call. And of course, we are moving towards a full moon where things are illuminated for us, and we can also let go of things that no longer serve. So let's now look at the full moon. Now, the full moon on July the 10th or the 11th, this really depends on where you are on our beautiful planet, and I'm going to bring you up the timings in a moment onto the screen. The timings of a full moon are valuable because it's kind of like a turning point or a breaking open of the energy. If you're working with ceremonies where you want to let go of something, or you are also asking to be shown something, you need something to be illuminated, knowing the timing, the exact timing, is really, really helpful. So I'll bring those timings up in a second. But a full moon is always associated with an increase in your emotions, like an increased emotionality. And a lot of people do find that their emotions are heightened and they are more intense at this time. Now, curiously, the overall dynamics today, despite everything that's going on on our beautiful planet, feel remarkably positive and also quite steady. So very interesting, although there's a massive sort of cauldron of energy at the moment, there is a sort of an underlying steadiness here. The current flow of astrodynamics also supports reflection and rebirth through conscious awareness. And the overall energy is wanting to move forwards and create openings. So this is very much about, if you think about the intensity of the build-up to this moon, and things that we may have been shown because we need to review, we need to evaluate, we need to think about how we proceed. This is a full moon that gives you the opportunity through that conscious heightened awareness to kind of do something, to respond, again, not to react, but to respond. Now, if we think of the lunar energy combining with the earthy energy of Capricorn can really invite us to be ambitious and, don't be afraid to dream big. I always think with Capricorn energy. So this would suggest that today could signify events and circumstances that bring about some really sort of significant and productive awakenings, like a space of possibility where you think, do you know what, I could do this, or, change could really be possible. Now, to harness the energy at its best and its most powerful, I would say really try and make some time to meditate, even if you just take a stillness break. But try to meditate whilst also holding your long-term visions and goals in your mind. Because, the power of our mind is not to be underestimated. This would be a great, great day to create a vision board. Sometimes our vision boards need to be renewed and updated because life changes and our own ideas and perspectives change. Let me bring those timings up onto the screen so you can see, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet, this moon will be happening, or the point of the full moon will be happening either on the 10th or the 11th. So make a note of that time if you're able to, and work out where that is, in your location. I often find we can feel the shift as well, but it could be a moment where you really are gifted with a significant, almost like a vision of what is possible. That's what I kind of feel around this moon, actually. And in the tribal and Celtic moons, we're moving at this time from Storyteller moon to the moon of Loves All Things. This is represented first of all by Storyteller and Hawthorn. This is a moon month when we can really be shown what we need to see in order to literally rewrite the story of our future. And we then shift into the moon time. We're in this sort of lovely combination where we move then to Loves All Things is the tribal moon. These are Jamie Sam's clan moon mother moon times, but also the moon of Oak. So we can really dream big. This is a huge shift. It's like I would say a return to love, a big shift from the woundings and the hurts of the past, where we can sort of embrace love and own our potential for conscious co-creation with the universe, but living through love. So it's a huge period and pocket of time when we can really, through conscious awareness, create shifts within the context of our own personal lives. And of course, each of us, the contributions that we each make, then contribute to the whole. They contribute to the collective. The moon then moves into her disseminating or waning gibbous moon phase. This is from July the 11th to the 17th. Our beautiful moon will come through Capricorn, through Aquarius, through Pisces, and then into Aries. Now, this moon phase actually has an overall flavour of profound opportunities for healing. Now, we're now sitting full on in the retrograde energy of both Saturn and Neptune, who are the two real key players at this moment in time, calling for dissolution of the old and restructuring of the new. So they're now in retrograde. So this is going to slow things down, get us to review and evaluate. And of course, we are now moving full on into the Mercury retrograde shadow period. So just don't be surprised if life seems to force you to slow down. In fact, I would say the very best way of using this energy is to do exactly this, just slow down. The energy of a waning gibbous moon is a bit like, if you think about at a new moon, it's like we are moving, let's say we're in an aeroplane. The new moon is the time when we decide where we're going to fly. We set our destination into our sort of, into our roadmap or whatever we're doing. And we move out onto the runway. We're ready to get started. The waxing crescent, it's like the aeroplane is starting to take off. By the time we get to the full moon, the aeroplane is at full altitude. And now we're kind of coasting. But at this point, we're coasting with maybe some events and circumstances arriving that ask you to, maybe we need to do a detour. Maybe we need to fly on a different route. We need to take stock. Okay, you're at a point as well of the moon's energy, the lunar energy, where you really can hold an overview because you're at that sort of point of highest altitude. We don't have to put lots of energy into moving forwards. The aeroplane's already got its momentum. So if events or circumstances arrive that ask you to take stock, or they enlarge or expand or change your perspectives, then this is going to be happening with higher purpose, with a view to bringing some deep-seated healing. Now, as this moon phase evolves, there is a distinct flavour of destiny around. So watch out for synchronicities, signals, signs. This is potentially also opening very dynamic pockets and windows of opportunity for us, so that we can reflect on the past and heal those issues within the present moment. So this is, for me, a very powerful, very, very powerful moon phase. And bearing in mind all of those very extraordinary, void of course moments when we can just practice the art of allowing and respond accordingly. If you understand the energy, this could be really working in your favour. The moon then reaches her last quarter moon position. This is on July the 18th, and this is at 25 degrees 40 Aries. Now, the prevailing influence of healing from the last moon phase is reinforced today, and this is a last quarter moon in Aries. Aries is the sign that symbolises the I, highlighting self-responsibility and the recognition of our own conscious free will and choice, and it really highlights your own agency. Now, this moon actually sits on the cusp of Aries and Taurus. So the exact point is 25 degrees 40 in Aries, but our moon moves very quickly, so she's moving into Taurus. And this is quite interesting because this coincides as well with Mercury stationing direct, ready to go full on into retrograde. So there's a very significant sort of pause and shift in the energy. It is a little bit intense, but the movement, I think, from one sign to another is going to create the potential for quite a significant shift in thinking, almost as though we can sort of take what we understand from the position of the I into our contribution to the collective, with additional underlying dynamics as well taking place that really support potential changes in perspectives and attitudes. So this could be really, really positive. It's an amazing day actually to contemplate how your personal actions and choices influence the bigger picture, to be aware of the consequences of your actions, and to really think about that, and therefore sort of then bring it back to yourself to ensure that you are in alignment with everything that you wish to see in the world. The moon then reaches her balsamic or waning crescent moon phase, and this is from July the 19th to the 23rd, passing through Taurus and Gemini and into Cancer. Now, during this moon phase, I mean, this is when the moon is really starting to slow down. Her energy is softening, and it's really promoting healing, cleansing, and renewal. But not just with an emphasis on yourself. It's with an emphasis on awareness of the collective. It's as if we are each being gifted with the insights to understand what we can each do individually to promote regeneration for ourselves, of course, but understanding as well how our personal healing then contributes to the healing of the whole. So there's a beautiful energy. However, the latter part of the moon time does bring some more discordant energy. And this is also underpinned by a really significant flavour of destiny and divine timing. So towards the end, in the latter part of this moon time, whatever shows up in the context of your own unique circumstances, the overall energetics are really suggesting that this is absolutely meant to happen and now. There's a real divine timing energy. Now, a flow of expansive energy then emerges from this. So if healing and resolution are expanding in your world, that's fabulous. But if any discordant feelings are also expanding, try to take a step back. Try not to feed them, try not to fuel them. We are about to start a new moon month. A new moon month begins with a new moon. That's the start of every moon month. And we can always use that new moon energy to reset, to realign. It's like a new month of refreshed energy where we can sow new seeds. So if something discordant is going on, try to be an observer of it with a view to then entering the next new moon. Let me bring that up on the screen actually so you can see that. So the next new moon will be in beautiful big bold Leo on July the 24th or 25th, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. You can use this lovely vibrant energy of the new moon in Leo to sort of invest in a space of new beginnings, of resolution, of knowing what to do. Indeed, it may be about empowerment that's needed. So, beautiful souls, in the final days of this moon time, if anything discordant is happening, any challenges within your world, try to take a step back. You can use the new moon energy to do something with this. Be an observer of your own experience. So, beautiful souls, this is the end of this moon month and this energy update. I hope you have found it helpful. Please be very, very conscious. Let me bring me back up onto the screen. Please be very, very conscious of these extraordinary, unprecedented, void of course, moon periods. Remember, they are going on not only through July, but through August as well. So really, really, this is just honestly unheard of. I've never come across anything like it. Beautiful souls, let's move on in this video to look at the cards that we're going to draw for my new moon readings. Thank you for joining me for this part of the video. Tons of love, and I will see you for some other videos soon. If you're interested, don't forget, if you're interested in receiving those moon dates and the void of course moons on a monthly basis, just add yourself to my email list and I will be sending them out in the next couple of days. Tons of love. Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's new moon readings. Welcome if you are returning, welcome if you're new, welcome if you have just been listening to me talking about the unprecedented lunar energy. I have never seen anything like it. If you've come straight to these readings and really at the moment you just want to tune in with the readings and not tune in with the kind of update or the information about the extraordinary, because it really is unprecedented lunar happenings throughout the month, bookmark the page. You can always come back if now is not the right time for you and you find yourself having a wobble or feeling a bit, you know, just a bit airy-fairy or a bit unfocused, or indeed just finding that your mind is being blown with creativity at any time and you need an anchor point. Just bookmark the page, come back and just listen to that bit at the very beginning of the video about what is taking place with the lunar happenings this month. Now we have 3 beautiful cards to choose from for your readings. We're going to be finding out what is this energy bringing for you personally. How is this impacting on your world? Because this really is, I mean, it's something else, it really is. So we have 3 beautiful cards to choose from. I'm also going to be drawing a rune and a charm and also some tokens, or a token as well, for each of the readings. So tons of information to help to guide you in, to tune in with your intuition to see which of the readings is speaking to you. I know sometimes it can be more than one. Let me show you the cards first. So we have, for pile 1, we have card number 12, Choreograph. This is pile 1. Pile 2, we have card number 9, Offer. Pile number 3, we have card number 20, Honor the Lineage. Okay, so that is pile 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to draw you a charm, a rune and a token for each one as well, just to give you that additional guidance if you would like it. So, do the runes first. We have got them. We have 1, 2 and 3. So pile 1, you have the rune of Rado, Journey. Pile 2, you have Uruz. This is the rune of Strength. And pile 3, you have the blank rune. Okay, so this is your rune. Let's look at your charms. Pile 1, your charm is a seahorse. Pile 2, you have a flamingo. And pile 3, you have a little fairy sitting in a 5-pointed Venus star. That is for pile 3. And your tokens, we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so your tokens are pile 1, you have a bat. Pile 2, you have a crown. And pile 3, you have a compass. Okay, so those are your charms, your runes, your charms, your runes, your tokens, and your cards as well. Beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the camera running. Let me just make sure that is properly focusing for you. I think that should be. In fact, I can probably zoom in a little bit for you as well. See if I can do that. And beautiful souls, take all the time that you need. I'm going to leave the video running a few moments longer for you. And if you need even more time, just press the pause button. And I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Let's find out what this extraordinary, unprecedented lunar month is bringing for you. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I'm going to draw your oracle cards first. You have choreograph. This is actually, I think, an incredibly significant time for you. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. Okay. What else do we have? I'm seeing both of these. Oh, 3 coming through for you. And we have this one. I'm seeing it is actually this one. And actually it is that one there. Okay, what do we have here for my beautiful? Perhaps I'll put that down there. A time for healing. We have trust, surrender and calm. Oh gosh, wow, that's amazing energy given this extraordinary, unprecedented time of lunar activity that we are in. We have impatience, growth and joy coming through for you as well. Let's move these along. Okay. This is a major, major opening of some sort for you. I think you come through and out the other side of something. That's what's being indicated here. It could be something that you have had to persevere with. I think anything that has been in your way, if you have felt blocked in something, I think the blocks are to be removed. But it's interesting, it's not you. The blocks aren't being removed through through you actively working to remove them. The blocks are being removed through you getting centered, still, trusting completely that the journey is unfolding as it should, and that something is to be opened for you. I think this new moon is heralding a time when it's almost like the universe is orchestrating for you. The universe has your back here. There is something that you are meant to do, my beautiful pile ones. There's something you are meant to do, something you're meant to follow through with. I hope that's focusing okay for you. Something you're meant to do, to follow through with. And basically, I think this new moon heralds a point when pretty much anything and everything that might be in your way is to be systematically, one by one, removed. Now, your part to play in this is to surrender to this, to not reactivate or buy into anything that could be holding you back. Anything that stops you from growing, anything that inhibits you, even if you're feeling impatient and you're dying to get going, but something's not happening quickly enough. Trust and let the journey unfold, even if you can't even quite see where you think it might be going. May we kindly ask for more information, please. Where else is this going for my beautiful, beautiful pile ones? I'm seeing all of these, and also this one here. The journey is unfolding absolutely as it should. my beautiful pile ones, completely as it should. We have honesty. Look at the eggs that are waiting to hatch. We have alchemy. This is the card of the magician. The card of honesty. This is the Two of Pentacles in a traditional pack. We have Mother Nature. This is the Empress in a traditional pack. Look at the major arcana cards you have here. We've got resistance. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the Nine of Wands in a traditional pack. We have the Hierophant. I think that is right. Look at this though. Look at the sacred geometry showing up twice. Can you believe this? Look at this. Look at this. Actually, this may in fact be order. This may actually be the Emperor in a traditional pack because it's card number 4. Anyway, let's just go with this. We have love. Okay, we've got a card of the Lovers. We have privilege. This is the Ten of Pentacles. And oh my goodness me, and inspiration. Okay. Okay, there is an egg. I want to say there's an egg to be laid. This is really interesting, absolutely mind-blowing, and gosh, this is mind-blowing. The universe is to orchestrate, literally, the sacred geometry. An egg has been either laid already or it's about to be. And it's not like any other egg. This is something that has never been done before. It's not painted, it's not decorated, it's completely natural. There is a natural order of something. This is a most extraordinary time for you, Pile 1. There's unquestionably, just as we are about to enter a couple of months where from the lunar energy, there are unprecedented things happening, and there are unprecedented things happening for you. That is really clear. And it is truly, truly, it's like you are being gifted with, sort of like, I want to say it's a privilege to be able to receive. This would be like, if it's love, this is a soulmate connection of the highest purpose. The highest purpose. There is divine timing. There is an order to this. This is why you're here. It's like everything you have ever experienced on your journey to this date is almost, this is like a culmination of everything you've done to date and why you are here. Inspiration. Something is literally, it is as if it comes down from heaven. Look at the eagle here. This is, something is being literally gifted to you. An idea, an opportunity. You don't have to worry about how to make this happen. What you do need to do is to own the idea. Take a hold of it, believe in it, trust it, grow it. Don't be put down or held back by anybody or anything. Because literally, and I mean, I don't know how this will be during August, during July, when we have these unprecedented moments. Beautiful souls, if you didn't listen to the first part of these of this video, you may wish to. You could be watching this in 6 months' time, in a year's time. Whenever you are watching this, if it's landed in your stream, then the energy of this is right for you. The universe is orchestrating. There is divine timing. Literally, it is choreographing the energy to support you in removing, like literally anything in your way will be removed so that you can proceed and progress in hatching the egg that you have been gifted. Now, I don't know exactly what that egg is. It may come as an idea. It may be something you have already been sitting on, literally sitting on that egg. Could even come in the form of a nest egg that gives you what you need to move something forwards. I actually want to say with resistance is useless. that's literally, that's what's coming through here. Resistance is useless. You know, and in all honesty, any resistance is going to be systematically removed, both from inside and out. Both internally within you, any blocks are going to be removed. And externally, events will also orchestrate to support you. I mean, literally every step of the way. There is absolute divine timing. You are to bring something forth, to transform something. The seahorse energy brings patience, interestingly enough, perseverance, adaptability. Anything and everything that is going to start happening. I know we could embody what I'm about to say, we can embody as almost a philosophy anyway, regardless, pile one. You know, it's a philosophy for life to say that anything and everything that is arriving is being orchestrated by the universe for the highest good for you in order to move you forwards. But this is like making that statement on steroids kind of thing. This is something that is to be hatched, ignited, and any blocks, this isn't a time when a block will be put in your way that you need to overcome in order to learn a life lesson. That's not the deal here. This is blocks are being removed. Roadblocks are being removed. Anything that stands in your way is being removed. Internally, externally. If you do come up against something like a roadblock and you go on a diversion, it's not because you're being blocked, it's because the diversion is taking you on the route you're meant to go on. There'll be something there you need to see. You're being asked with absolute trust to surrender to this journey. This is a period of time, I would venture to say a moon month. I'm so excited, I almost want to go on and do the next moon month for you and find out exactly what's happening and how this follows through, pile one. But we'll do that next month when we get there. But honestly, this is just unprecedented. You have an egg to hatch, and my goodness me, you are absolutely... It's going to be clear as the day. It's not decorated in any way. I think this connects for some of you to the natural world. I mean, look at the naturalness of this. This is to be nurtured into existence. All obstacles removed. Resistance is useless. Yeah, this is meant to happen. With the 10 of Pentacles, because that's what this card is in a traditional pack, I mean, this could be, I mean, you know, this is like the lottery win, isn't it, of this card? This is just the lottery win of the tarot. Look at the red carpet, the golden globe, the... whatever this is, whether it's the success of something you are working on or the success of a connection, you'll love it, whatever it is. Divine connection, the joy coming to you, the sun shining upon you. Yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know what else to say, but what really, maybe I'll draw some more cards just to see what unfolds for you. But my pile one, you are to be blessed. Literally, I think, for this moon month. Be patient, be resilient, be adaptable, be flexible, surrender in complete and utter trust. Make sure you meditate as often as you can in order to receive the downloads of information that are going to be gifted to you. Anything you need to bring about healing, anything you need to realign your energy, anything to remove anything from within you that blocks you, and externally, I'm seeing external blocks removed. Your pathways being cleared. Wow, I mean, just wow, this is a month that is for you a major blessing, which is amazing given the kind of chaos that we see in the world. Wow. Whatever part to play you have, this is happening for you. Now, let's just ask if any further information can come through, a sneaky peek into where this is going. We have the Judgment card. We have the Page of Wands. I'm seeing this. We have the Death card. We have the Six of Swords, and I'm seeing these two as well. We have the World and the Magician showing up again. The Alchemy card is also the Magician. Okay. I think some of you will be at the beginning of this time. If there's any disruption going on, beautiful souls, it is potentially, some of you will leave something behind here. Something may come to a head with the Judgment card. But I also think there may be an announcement with the Judgment card, an announcement of something. Again, you're gifted with this idea. And you start to sort of dream into it. This is a real run with it. Look at the way this person is on a ladder reaching up to what looks like a moon almost. A dream, a vision. And here in this card, you know, we have the card of growth. But look at the grass growing here. Grass is unbelievably resilient. It keeps going regardless. And then we see this beautiful card of joy, of sunflowers. If any of you have been pushing up against resistance, whether it's inside of yourself or externally, I think, again, this is the judgment call. This is the day when this gets removed. You can push through. It's like breaking through that glass ceiling. Pushing through to the, I kind of want to say to the end, but it's the end of something. It's the end of blocks. It's the end of resistance. It's the end of something. You know, the universe is literally laying out a red carpet for you. Pile 1, I don't think I need to say any more, but this is a period of time which is quite extraordinary. And the extraordinariness for you is that literally the way is being cleared. Resistance is useless, so just surrender and go with it. And absolutely in trust, know that this egg is to be hatched and you are to hatch it. That this is just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing, my beautiful souls. Pile 1, I am so excited for you. Even if this arrives, I can't help feeling that this, I won't say even if it arrives in a challenging way, but I feel that the challenge is behind you. Now we've got the Judgment card. Where is this going from here? We've got the Judgment card first. This is like a revelation. You know, I'm only seeing you move forwards. I'm only seeing you move ahead here, with anything that is in your way being removed. Well, keep us posted. I mean, whatever this is for you, whatever egg you're meant to hatch, yeah, obstacles are being removed and you are being supported, you know, literally 1,000% by the universe. You really are. Beautiful souls, I am sending you, gosh, so much love. Keep us posted in the comments. Thank you so much for subscribing. It really helps the channel. Thank you to those of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. Thank you all of you who are following the moon month energy update as well. Thank you to those of you who bought my diary. Thank you for all of you who you know, use these sorts of tools. I mean, you know, this is where we're headed, isn't it? You know, navigating life with awareness, conscious awareness. I'm absolutely in awe of what is going on here. I really, really am. I'm blown away, seriously blown away. Pile 1, have an amazing month. This is absolutely happening for you. Tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Ooh, there's your card, your first oracle card. You have the flamingo and an offer. I've Look at the way your hands are receiving, and a crown. Is this going to be your crowning glory? So we're asking about the energy of the new moon, and because this is really truly an unprecedented month of lunar happenings that I have never ever seen before, we're finding out what that means for you. What is this new moon initiating that's going to come through? I almost want to say, have the strength to stand up, and will you need the strength to hold the level of success that's coming to you, being visible? Wow, well, let's draw more cards. So we have, let me look at your first card. You have a new start is coming. Okay, look at the colours. Aren't they beautifully coordinated here? Wow, I'm seeing this one and actually this one. And it's that one there. And let's see what else we have. Let's draw your oracle cards first and find out, what is this all about for you? I am actually seeing that one for you, my beautiful, beautiful ones. Okay, pile 2. So a new start is coming. We have observe. We have balance. How interesting, because look how balanced she is, and the flamingo balances on one leg. Observe, balance, and compassion. We have prayer, we have dissipating, and we have bittersweet. Well, this is very interesting. I think something is coming back into balance in your world. I think you're going to receive something. I think something that has been, I'll probably draw your tarot cards before I finish that statement. It's just, just really tune in with this for you. Like your crowning glory. Just notice, my beautiful souls, something is to come into balance that has been out of balance. There is an element of a bittersweet aftertaste to this. My apologies if there was a little bit of background noise there. I had not actually realised that I'd left my door open. And do you know, initially when I looked at this observe, I saw this sort of like little bed being lowered down. I don't think it's being lowered down. I think it's being lifted up. I think you are literally almost being airlifted up. Being lifted up and out of something. Now you could be being lifted out of if you have been anxious about something, or you have been struggling with any kind of depression. I think something will come to lift you out of that depression. I'm really noticing, and you may not be able to hear it, but it's sort of brought it to my mind that there is this sort of background noise. I think someone's mowing some grass or doing something. There's something like there's been some background noise. Something is ending, my beautiful souls, but it's ending through your success. Which is interesting. I'm going to draw your tarot cards before I say too much more. I just want to really tune in, but I feel like you are being lifted, like being crowned, being gifted something. And even though, in a way, I feel that you are receiving this very humbly, and there's timing involved here, like divine timing. Again, there's balance. Look at the 4 moons here. There could be something that maybe started in your world about 4 months ago that is coming back into balance, or something that has caused you a problem maybe 4 months ago that's going to be addressed, or maybe you were considering doing something and the idea was initiated 4 months ago and you didn't know what to do, but now it will come into alignment. It's interesting with prayer. This kind of speaks about the grass being greener on the other side, or that kind of attitude. But in fact, the grass isn't greener. This is about, you may have thought, some of you may have thought you might have to exit something, and in fact you don't have to. And you also don't have to stay put with something that, or you no longer have to do something that you thought you had to do. And yet there is a bittersweet flavour to your success. We need more information for you, but you're definitely receiving something that means that you rise, or you're visibly seen, or I wonder if there are others around you who are not so successful. I'm very curious about the compassion and the bittersweet edge to this. Okay, may I kindly ask, please, for more information for my pile twos. What is this new moon initiating and bringing, and how is the unprecedented energy that is actually coming during this moon month, the unprecedented lunar opportunity, how is this impacting and arriving for my pile twos? May I kindly ask for guidance and information, and especially around the bittersweet. What is this about, please? The dissipating and the bittersweet. Let's do these for now. We can draw more if we need to. Okay, so we have adaptability. Look at the winter. You know what's coming through that saying or title, the winter of discontent. We then have, so this is actually the, I think it's the Seven of Wands. Right, so this is about, the winter of discontent. That can connect to envy as well with the Seven of Wands. You have the unknowable. This is the High Priestess in a traditional pack. You have resistance. This came out in pile one. If you were drawn to pile one, I really strongly recommend it, because this did too. We have love, we have fear, and we have understanding, which is the card of the Star. This is the Nine of Swords in a traditional pack. This is the Lovers in a traditional pack. The Nine of Wands in a traditional pack, for those of you that like to know those traditional names of the cards. I think you have, this is the bittersweet energy, being lifted out of something. I think you've had to endure something. This beautiful little white fox looks like it's up against the wind, the prevailing wind. I'm seeing here, if you think of the symbolism of the prevailing wind turning, the winds of change, the winds of time, the winds of karma, the winds of destiny are changing in your favor. I believe, absolutely in your favour. Look at this with the card of the Nine of Swords, fear, and then you have understanding, hence compassion. I'm going to say the tables turn. Okay, now I think the tables turn for you, my pile two, because this is your reading. But what I actually think this is showing us is that the tables turn for someone else, actually, or either someone else or a group of people. Someone perhaps who has not behaved entirely honourably. I think there is a bittersweet energy. You know, if somebody behaves not very well and then they get found out, and you are what's the word, like admonished, is that the right word? If somebody, I'm trying to think, I don't think admonished is quite the right word, it'll come to me in a moment, but hopefully you know what I mean. It's like if somebody was, anyway, you get validated, but you get validated because the tables turn somewhere else, or for a situation or something. It would be like if, let's say you're working in an environment and actually you're not really getting your fair dues, you're not being paid the right amount of money, and somehow something happens that brings this to light, and you are then validated. It's like you therefore get, maybe you've been trying to say something, or you didn't feel you could say something, and somehow this comes to light, the timing is right, things are brought back into balance, there is a fabulous result. I think it comes out of the blue as well, with the unknowable here. A new start is coming. I literally think this sort of comes out of the blue. But it brings everything back into balance. Things that you felt had previously, almost as if, it didn't matter how many times you asked for that raise or for a fairness in pay. Let's say you are in an environment where you are doing the same job as someone else, but they're on a higher grade than you. And your pay is never going up. And suddenly something changes, something shifts. It's like it's discovered, it's found out. The resistance to your success, or it's more to do with your equality and the balance. It's not so much success as such, but it's like success in validation, success in what you deserve. Success comes in something coming back to you, or being lifted out of something. It could even be karmic success, but a new start is coming. And wow, and I do feel for some of you, literally, it is a gift from, it feels like a gift from heaven. It's like you're there, you are in your humble way, continuing along the pathway, hoping that one day the grass will be greener and there'll be an opportunity to maybe even to move or to do something. And actually, somehow something turns around, and I think it's in the situation you're already in. And the bittersweet part is that someone gets found out, or something is brought to awareness, and there's a little bit of, perhaps even a little bit of somebody, having to eat humble pie. Somebody who was like really fixed in their ways. No, we're not giving you the pay rise you deserve. We're not acknowledging how much you do. Somebody's stuck in their ways, and this is changing. This is literally changing. Something, I think, almost becomes either visible or... but you are being asked to approach this with compassion and understanding, because it's very easy in that kind of situation to almost be drawn into something of the lower vibration, where we kind of almost feel... Again, isn't it funny? I'm quite lost for words. I can't seem to find the right word. Where you're vindicated, that's the word I'm looking for. Where you are when you're vindicated, it's very easy to go, "Ha, told you so," or to feel that sense of something. And that has no place in this, because the energy is primed for higher vibration. There are going to be massive lunar spaces of lunar opportunity to align with the highest, purest vibration of the incoming lunar energy. And I think this is something is significantly shifting. It is very specific, I feel. Whereas you may have thought, gosh, if I keep on working and I keep on saving, I can move and get myself into a place where I can have a job where I'm valued equally. But somehow, you still have that opportunity if you wish. You could still move if you wish. But actually, there's an opportunity here. And of course, we have the offer. You have an opportunity here to stay as you are and be validated and vindicated where you are. I wonder as well, perhaps the offer too. For some of you, it could be to take you. I think there could be an offer within the immediacy of your environment that validates and honours your position. The dissipating card is fascinating, because this is a card that says also there's an opportunity here. And it's kind of it's an opportunity that says don't let it go. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. An offer to be validated, an offer to be vindicated. but there is a bit of sweetness in it. May we kindly ask for more information, please? May we kindly ask for more information? We have intuition. I want to say trust your gut feeling as well on this. I wonder if you have to take an action of some sort here. At the moment, it's like you're walking into a north wind, and the tables are turning. Let's find out I want to follow this through. Let's find out what is the offer, what arrives. Because you wouldn't want to miss this opportunity. I think the new moon is bringing you, opening a doorway of opportunity, offering you something. What is this new moon bringing? What's the offer that creates this turnaround in circumstances? What is the offer that's being initiated or being offered to my pile twos? May we kindly ask for more information, please, about the offer. So we have waking up. Now this is the Hanged Man. We have generosity. We have explore. We have Mother Nature. So let me run through these cards and let you know what they are in a traditional pack for you. So this is the Six of Pentacles. The 12 is the Knight of Pentacles. And then you have Mother Nature. This is the Empress. So Hanged Man, the Empress. Right. I think somebody offers to back you. The Knight of Pentacles. I think you are literally, an offer is made to you. Now, whether they're backing you to rise up the ladder in the circumstances you're in, or they're offering you, I don't know, financial support or physical support or practical support, I think there's actually an offer of something that enables you to move forwards in real terms with the Knight of Pentacles. And you can then, it's like this is leading you to a pathway of abundance. And there's real validation in your success. Now, I said there's a turnaround in circumstances, and there's a very curious polarity of energy in this reading here. Because on the one hand, I feel that you get vindicated in some way. Maybe the vindication is because you achieve success, or you are offered the funding, or you're offered an amazing opportunity. So people who said, oh, she'll never get that off the ground, or he'll never get, or they'll never get that off the ground, however you identify, you know, or they'll never go anywhere, they're never going to succeed, you know, no one will ever support them. I think maybe this is the turning around, that somebody does support you. Someone does offer you the backup, the backing. And I think it's in real terms. I think there's something quite physical, literally, where someone comes along and says, that's an amazing idea. You know, I'm somebody who puts my money where my mouth is. How much do you need? I'm right behind you. Let's make it happen. I think something comes in that is really a genuine offer. And what it does is it puts all those kind of naysayers in their place, but back to the fact that you've been vindicated or validated in some way. And that, I think, is what this new moon is initiating for you. And then, of course, there are opportunities for you this month, obviously, to nurture this forwards. Let's just draw from a second tarot pack to see what else we're being shown. But this is what we're being shown for this new moon. It's interesting. You know, it's going to lead you to your crowning glory. Validation, credibility, the High Priestess. I'm seeing this, that one, and also that one. We have Nine of Cups. We have Ace of Pentacles, absolutely. Wow. We've got the Sun, We've got the Magician. Oh, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Wow. So this really is exactly this. It's like divine timing. Absolutely. Divine timing. This is meant to be. This is the card of the moon, by the way. I should have said, no, it's not. 13 intuition. My apologies. This is not the card of the moon. The major arcana are the purple ones here. This is actually the Queen of, this is the Queen of Cups. So you've got two queens, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Right. Intuitively, I actually think you know that this is something you want to do. So it may have been something that you have been trying to invest in, but haven't had the money to go forwards, or people have not, some people you may have been blocked, but with others it's been more a question of, this is a kind of a calling or a dream or a vision or something that you really think is worth doing. You think it could be big, you think it could be amazing. The bittersweet energy around you is simply that there are people around you who don't believe in it. But this is absolutely, your success is being primed here. Someone comes along and says, I will back you. I will back this project. I will do this. I believe in you. This is amazing. And therefore, it's twofold. This is the polarity. For some, there is a vindication because somebody else, somehow, they are seen as not behaving well, and you get then the result you want. For others, you get the backing you want anyway, and that in turn kind of proves them wrong. But this is the polarity of energy that is around you. There's an absolute joyousness, and you are being asked really by your spirit team to remain centered in your own generosity, centered in your own compassion, centered in the higher vibration of your own success, recognizing that you can be a role model to others who wish to move in this same direction. Pile 2, this is your reading. This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing stuff. It really is. Absolutely. I think this is also something where you've had to have the courage of your own convictions. So you may have literally felt a bit out in the cold, but this is the turnaround. This moon is heralding the turnaround. And you are absolutely seen in this space of success, however that arrives for you, my beautiful souls. And it could be a mixture of all of the things that I've been talking about. Pile 2, this is your reading. These are amazing. I'm blown away by, we're living in such crazy times, but these readings are really making me very much really sort of see the truth of the higher vibration of the purpose of the chaos that we see around us, where there is an evening out and a balancing out, and people who are really walking this spiritual pathway are going to be moving through challenging situations and absolutely rising or being lifted out of difficult situations so that you can shine. Pile 2, thank you for being here. I am so blown away. I am really blown away by these readings. A couple of these cards came out in pile 1, so if you were drawn to that reading, do check it out. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Oh, this is just so enlightening, a bit like illuminating. Like when the moon is full, she illuminates. She absolutely illuminates what we need to see. Wow, this is a significant offer. It really is. Wow, this is an amazing lift for you. It's just absolutely meant to be. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you for some other readings. Thank you to those of you who are signed up to my tarot course. Thank you to those of you who are, thank you for those of you who comment, who give back through the super thanks. Thank you all of you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing. Don't forget to press the little bell icon if you subscribe to make sure you never miss a reading. And I'm just sending you all the love in the world. Tons of love, Part 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I have to say these readings are blowing me away. I mean, seriously blowing me away. Gosh, let's see what is happening for my pile 3s. What are we being shown? What's the new moon bringing for you, initiating? What is this unprecedented time of extraordinary lunar energy creating for you? Now, you have honor the lineage, and you've got a compass and a blank rune. The blank rune is literally a space of possibility. I mean, look at the way the energy is radiating out from this dancer. We've got the Venus star as well, and it's not a small Venus star, it's a big Venus star. Look at this, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Absolutely. This is a card that actually honors the fact that you are to be guided by your ancestors, by those that came before you. I mean, literally, in a way, we are seeing, although this is an image of her, you know, behind her, the image is extended. I mean, this is like layer upon layer upon layer of ancestors resonating with you to guide you, to assist you, to keep you on track, maybe even to show you where you're meant to be going. Okay, I'm seeing this, and also that one there. Really kindly ask for as much information as possible for my beautiful, this one, and then this one, my beautiful pile 3s. Okay. Ego, approve, and patience. You have joy, discovery, and service. Okay. Joy came out in pile 1, beautiful souls. So if you were drawn to pile 1, there may well be a message there for you. Now, ego, honor the lineage, patience. Look at the water pouring here. I feel like your cup will overfloweth. But it's not that it won't. Sorry, that I didn't mean but in a negative way. But the answers you need are coming. I think that there's a pathway you're meant to follow. Very specifically, I think this new moon and these pockets of extraordinary energy, unprecedented, I mean, we are living in unprecedented times, are arriving to guide you on the pathway you're meant to be walking. There's actually a pathway that you are meant to follow. I don't think you yet know it. Or even if you're on a pathway, I think it will be slightly different to the one that you think you're on. When you're coming to this reading, it may even be that you're in a space of, where do I go next? What is my calling? What's my purpose? Or there may even have been some signs, some signals, some synchronicities, some stuff showing up in your world, and you're thinking, is this the universe trying to tell me something? I think you are literally to be shown the way. And it is about service, it's about calling. I think you are to discover, to be shown something. The answer you need is coming. You're going to love it. I mean, there's no question of it. You will approve. Absolutely, you're going to love this. It's not about ego, it's about service. Something is to be shown to you where in no uncertain terms you know that the direction you are meant to be going, it's like literally, this is at a level of soul with your ancestors all behind you. Honor the lineage. It may, of course, for some of you mean that you really are, you could be following in their footsteps. But I suspect it's more that you are taking a different road, actually. Let's get some tarot cards and see what else we are shown. May we kindly ask, what are we being shown? Can we kindly have more information for pile 3, please? We have some clarity around what this is about, what's unfolding for my pile 3s. What is this new direction? This is a little wad of cards. I'm putting them to one side. We'll look at them in a minute. Let's look at these first. because I feel this has just come out like a little cluster. You have integrity. Okay, so this is the King of Wands in a traditional pack. You have determination. This is the Knight of Swords in a traditional pack. You have inspiration. This is the Ace of Wands. So you've got the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords. You have the unknowable. This is the High Priestess. Generosity, beautiful, beautiful. Six of Pentacles. You have understanding. This is the card of the Star. Wow. Integrity, inspiration. King of Wands, Ace of Wands. This new moon is heralding a new pathway for you. Now, you are literally walking a new path, a different path. Maybe you make an amazing choice to, you could even change, I almost want to say change your perspective, change sides almost. But you choose a pathway, or you're given an opportunity to choose a pathway that is about integrity, it's about high vibration, it's about honor. It's to do with your calling, your soul development. We have flow, the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Look at this flowing. I feel like it's almost like finally, you know what your calling is, or you know why you came here, or you think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel for many of you this really is like your purpose, your calling. It literally it's made clear to you. And I feel with some resources, with generosity being given to you to kind of get going. I do feel this is the beginning of this path, really, because we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. But this is absolutely what you're meant to be doing, and I think it will be shown to you. So if you don't yet know, or you kind of have an idea of something that you want to follow, but you have no idea how to proceed, the way forward is to be shown to you. It's like a fairy just waves the magic wand. We've got scrutiny, which is the Page of Swords. How interesting, sitting above the Knight. We have self-expression. How beautiful. This is the 2. So we've got, oh, look at this. Isn't this interesting? We've got the we've got the 2, sorry, the 2 of this is actually the 2 of Swords, not the Page. Or is that 11, or is it like a 2? No, because this is numbers, so 1, it would be 1 and 2. This is actually, I am right, it is the Page. So it's the Page followed by the Knight. It's the Page again coming here, sitting above the Ace here of Wands. And then you have love, the card of Lovers. This is a card of choice, but I think this is your calling at a level of soul. Wow. This new moon is going to show you something. It's going to initiate the bringing of an answer to you. And this answer will enable you to know how you are meant to be moving forwards, your North Star. It's like it's guidance, or it's like being given a magic compass that you just know it will always point you in the direction you're meant to be going in. This is your calling, it's your purpose, whatever it is for you. It is literally to be revealed to you, and or if you already think you know what your calling and purpose is, then the way to take it forwards, the way to express it, the way to manifest it in the real world will be shown to you. That pathways will be, it's like the riddle of how do you get started will be shown to you. You can get going. It's so guided, it's untrue. So guided. gosh, I think for some of you, there may be someone on the other side who is going to be really proud of you. Really, really proud of you. It's just a message for some, but not all. But I think there is someone who is going to really be, it'll be like, wow, yes, we're watching you. We're walking with you every step of the way. I think this is going to flow. Really, really flow forwards. Once you've grasped the idea, this is, I don't think there's a lot holding you back here, actually. Once you've discovered it, once the light bulb moment is switched on, once you're like, wow, that's what that means, or that's what I'm meant to be doing, or that makes complete and utter sense now. Once you know it, you are on the way. You are absolutely on the way. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Let's draw some more cards. I'd like to see how this unfolds. May we kindly ask. But this is absolutely your calling, your purpose. This is what the new moon is showing you. I think you will leave quite a lot behind with the 8 of Cups. And we've got the 4 of Cups as well. And yeah, look at this. This is very interesting with the Ace of Pentacles here. Look at all the aces you're getting. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles too. I wonder with some of you with the 4 of Cups, maybe this was something that you didn't see coming, or you thought you would stay on you thought you were following a particular route. I don't think this would have occurred to you. It's really interesting. I don't think the way forward would have occurred to you. It's even if it's taking you on the pathway that you thought you were already going on, it's showing you how to do it in a different way. So yeah, even if you were already kind of on track, it's the manifestation of it, how you're actually going to make this real, that is shown to you in a completely different way. That's the departure as well. It's either moving in a completely new direction and you're like, wow, I never thought I'd be doing this, or it is doing what you're doing in a completely different way. And it's like, wow, that's what I'm meant to be doing. But it's so clear to you that the new moon is initiating this process. It's a bit like dominoes, you know. Let's say there's a whole row of dominoes all standing up, and it's like one is pushed and all of them, and you get to the end and there's your kind of answer, your goal. Maybe we kindly have more guidance and information. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which tells us that you are absolutely on that pathway to success. We have the 8 of Pentacles. This can sometimes indicate that a hobby can become a career. So something you really love comes along with complete and utter purpose. It's life-changing. We've got the Death card, transformation. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the 8 of Swords. Here we kindly have one card. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. You truly, this is one of those things where you will look back and think, I never saw that coming. You know, you literally, this is definitely new. Whether it's a new route, a new direction, a completely new direction, or a new expression of something. Honestly, you did not see this coming. This is unexpected for you. But you definitely move forwards. We've got the Ace of Cups showing up twice. Yeah, I honestly, truly, I don't think you saw this coming. It could also even be that someone comes along and says, you know, I'm going to give you the resources that you need to move this forwards, actually. And if they do, again, you'll be like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Very interesting. Patience. Waiting for your cup to flow up, approve. If any of you are waiting for an approval of something, a bit like I don't know, you've sent some work into a gallery and you're waiting for it to be approved, and just when you honestly never thought it would happen, or you know, perhaps it comes through, or if it doesn't come through, it's like a different gallery approaches you. You're just waiting for an approval from a gallery, and then suddenly a different one comes through and makes you an even better offer, whereas you were submitting to a, I don't know, like an exhibition of where all sorts of artists were. Suddenly another one gets in touch with you and says, oh gosh, I actually was you know, assessing some of the work there, your work is amazing, I want to give you a solo show. It's something that's still your purpose, but it opens up for you. It's an opportunity. There's something here. What is the ego about? I feel that this is going to give you an ego boost, actually. That's what I see here. It's going to give you an ego boost. And I'm going to voice ego not as in what I call unhealthy ego, where the ego is, you know, obviously, you know, a bit maybe, you know, inflated or whatever. I think this is an ego boost at a time when you were really feeling like success had been eluding you. Let's ask for more cards, please. May we kindly ask how this unfolds? Is there anything else to be seen? We've got the Hierophant and we have the Nine of Cups. I think they're actually just saying commit to this. Commit to it and go for it. Don't hold back. Yeah, look at this. You've got public success. You've got the Six of Wands. Don't hold back. Whatever this offer is, whatever is shown to you, whatever the calling, the vision, however it is, whatever opening comes to you, you are absolutely supposed to take it. So as I say, it is either a brand new calling, purpose, direction, something completely different that you would never have dreamed of, or it is the way that you can bring something forth that you're already working on that you had never dreamed of, but it is leading you to amazing success. And so it is an ego boost, actually, because it's proving to you that you can really, really do this, that you are worthy of this. It's like, wow, this is absolutely what you need. The answers you need are coming. Pile 3, can you keep us posted, please? Because I would really like to know how this unfolds. This is the most incredible month. This really is unprecedented energy, the lunar energy. I've never seen anything like it. If you haven't checked out the bit at the beginning, you might want to. But either way, you know, this is whenever you come to this reading, if it's landed in your stream, then this is the energy and the message that they are wanting you to hear. You know, look at this gigantic star. It's like, you know, and there's the little humble you in the middle of it. Maybe you are literally going to become a star. Maybe you are going to be visibly seen. A career is to be launched. A calling is to be launched. This is mind-blowingly fab, actually. It really, really is. Pile 3, I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. If things feel really hectic or chaotic, trust that it's because you're actually meant to be doing something potentially differently. Remember, just get still, center yourself in your own stillness, because the answers you need are coming, and the purpose of the energy of this new moon and the kind of energy that's following it through in this moon month. I will be doing readings for July as well, so watch out. I'll be posting those later in the week. But your world is unfolding in no uncertain terms. This is a major, major gift to show you your purpose, your calling, what you are meant to be doing, or indeed how you're meant to be doing it, or both. Pile 3, thank you so much for being here. And thank you all of you who've been signing up to my tarot course. Thank you all of you who have been liking, sharing. Thank you all who subscribe. Don't forget to press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. I mean, just thank you all of you for being here so much. Tons of love.